How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Sorry, there's been a lack of, I guess, videos. As I know I was trying to get 2 videos up a day, but I've been really busy today, and unfortunately it wasn't possible. And I'm guessing it's going to be past 12, so I've missed a day. It's okay. I'll make up for it today with this video and another React video that I've got lined up. Now, of course, I hope you're enjoying the new layout. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. It took me a while to get all of this sorted today. We've got a nice little setup for the actual streams on Fridays as well, so that is going to be cool. But overall, I'm liking it, and I'm hoping you're liking it too. With that said, we've got a lot to get through today, so I'm going to get stuck straight in. Apparently, the game Indiana Jones that is coming to Xbox and Game Pass and PC is going to be called Indiana Jones The Great Circle. Now, as we can see up here, I might have found the official title of Bethesda's Indiana Jones game developed by Machine Games, Indiana Jones and The Great Circle. Lucasfilms registered several domains on January 9th, 2024 with that title, such as Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. They're basically making sure that it's all trademarked. Now, as you can see, they also filed for a trademark in Europe 2 years ago for the Great Circle with goods and services for video games. And yes, they include mobile, possibly because these games can now be played via streaming services on phones, or it's for some legal reasons I don't know much about. Notably, Cyberpunk 2077 and most console PC games list mobile in goods and services. And as you can see here, other registered domains. So it does look like the Indiana Jones game that's going to be revealed on Thursday is going to be, well, not this Thursday, next Thursday, is going to be Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. This is a really, really cool find. I actually recorded this video earlier and it kind of corrupted the file, and Taz came in with the clutch with this news. So there we have it. This is going to be the front and center news. This is awesome. I'm really looking forward to this game. I really hope it's actually going to be good. There's a like for that as well. Now, we move on to PalWorld. Now, for those of you that saw this game, this is pretty much Pokemon with guns. It looks awesome. It had caught my interest a long time ago when I saw it. It's finally coming, and it was supposed to be a PC-only game, but Microsoft stepped in and made sure that this game is coming to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and apparently Xbox One, surprisingly. It's a bit of a weird one, but I guess they want to reach as many users as possible. There is no mention of another platform, so it is going to be day and date on Game Pass and PC, so that is cool. This is one I'm looking forward to. I know a number of you yesterday were asking if I'm going to be, or if I can on the 19th, which falls on the Friday of my usual streams, be streaming this with a couple of you to check it out. And yeah, sure, why not? As long as time permits and people are happy to do that, then we can definitely do that while we're talking about gaming news and just having a cool discussion. I hope you enjoyed the format yesterday. I had a lot of fun. It was a real change, and yeah, I hope I got to answer most of your questions. But moving on. So this one from Tom Warren. Twitch has confirmed it's laying off another 500 people, just over 500 people, he says, today, around 35% of its staff. I mean, we thought the cuts were pretty much done with 2023. Unfortunately, it's not. The cuts at Amazon-owned Twitch come just hours after Amazon also cut hundreds of Prime Video and MGM Studio workers. It seems like the cuts are being hit all over the place, but Twitch just isn't done cutting yet as they try to, you know, increase their profit margins after recording record profits. It's crazy. So, J-Rock says, breaking news, PlayStation finally has announced the Developers Direct, and, you know, good on them. It's been a while. They've been trying since last August. They had 2 failed, showcases. It looks like their top secret showcase is finally being announced. It will be actually airing on the same day as Xbox's one. And as we can see here, they're going to be showcasing Factions, Abandoned, Deviation Games, Knights of the Old Republic, and of course, you can never have a bit too much Pornhub. So there you have it. The official PlayStation showcase, not the CES one that showed the same games and just what they're capable of. This is their official showcase. This is what they'll be showing next week. So make sure you tune in. Me personally, I'm going to be checking out Indiana Jones live here on this channel. So I hope you're all going to be tuning in for that. But for those of you that are on the PlayStation bandwagon, you've got this to look forward to. And as we can see here, the Black Viking as well, doing the same thing. Factions, the Knights of the Old Republic. He's actually added baby steps. I guess they're going to be showing more on baby steps. And of course, there's Pornhub too. All right. I tried to keep a straight face. I couldn't, man. I've recorded this too many times. I'm just gonna stop. I can't keep a straight face. I can't do it. I was almost there as well. Now this one is a little bit different because this guy Alex Smith, he's a developer, ex-developer from Ben Studios, and I guess his dream is to be a leaker or someone who can read the room, because from everything he's actually predicted, he's actually worse than Jeff Grubb. You know, he can't actually get anything right. I don't think he's got a single thing right. In fact, you know, if we're looking at the things that he's actually said, predicted, not a single one has been correct that I've seen. Maybe you might have seen something, but all the stuff that I've seen from this guy, he's been 100% wrong. And now he's saying, breaking news, the licensing of Indiana Jones and sales quotas for Disney made the project reach a large level of investment by Bethesda and Microsoft. Today, there is a fight between Disney and Bethesda for the game to continue multi-platform. There is no such thing, because Aaron Greenberg, as we're going to see in a minute, has confirmed that it's not going to PlayStation. It is staying on PC, Xbox, and Game Pass. I really don't know how this guy seems... maybe he's just a troll. But if he is trying to be some kind of industry analyst where he's predicting stuff, I mean, he's at the moment 100% wrong. And it's like that Godzilla movie that I really enjoyed watching, where, you know, he instead of like being 100% right, or at least close to 100% right, he's gone the opposite way, man. He's gone the opposite way. This is what comes into my head when I see this guy making a prediction. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm envisioning. They're telling him it's going the wrong way. You're making a fool out of yourself. You pretty much have become the clown of the internet. And he is still sitting here making predictions that are 100% wrong. And they're telling people to shut up when they actually prove that he is wrong. And I mean, you can see it down here as well. He's really going for it. Dude, trust me with his source. Yes, I'm inches long. Where do you make this rubbish up? It was pretty well documented through the court cases that it's going there. Why would Bethesda fight? They used to make games for years before the acquisition timed exclusives. The voices in my head revealed it to me. I think Bethesda games will still come to PlayStation. Oh, Grandma, let's get it. Any source behind any of this? His source is over here. The voices in my head revealed it to me. I love how PlayStation and Xbox fans are stopping you right now, because even PlayStation fans know that this guy is full of shit. The fact that it is known that it's up to the publisher which platforms they go on, not Disney. Your complete moron keeps huffing that copium. Complete lies. PS5 port announced that the secret PlayStation. Breaking news: the contract for exclusivity signed about a year ago already. This, along with Alex playing Concord, are all made up. My God, this dude! I mean, he's a joke. He is an absolute joke. This guy is just... He's never right, man. He's never right. But you know what makes it worse? It's this. Aaron Greenberg. We're thrilled to kick off 2024 with our second ever Developer Direct next Thursday, January 18th, which I'll be streaming right here, so make sure you tune into that. Hoping you will join us to experience the magic of visiting these studios and teams for an inside look at these games coming to Xbox, PC, and Game Pass. There's no mention of PlayStation here. And at the court, during the FTC trial, it was already announced that it's going to be exclusive. That was supposed to be a secret thing, but the FTC decided to unearth it, and it got revealed during the trial that Microsoft basically went to Disney and said, this ain't coming to PlayStation, it's an Xbox exclusive. And Disney said, I don't care as long as you make me money. And Microsoft said, well, you'll get your money. And then they said, then do what the hell you like. But as you can see down here, Machine Games, Indiana Jones, it's not happening, folks. And Alex, it's really not happening. I think you just need to go. I think you need a new career, my friend. You need a new career, because predicting what's going to happen in the industry and being 100% wrong, you know, at some point you have to have some self-reflection, some self-respect, some self-dignity at this point, and just know that you're pretty awful at this. All right, so next we move on to MBG. Say Spider-Man 2 was forgettable. I agree, says J-Rock. Hell, Starfield, which came out before Spider-Man 2, is still being talked about, even by ponies. And for those of you that are going to bring it up, the DICE Awards and Game of the Year nominations have been announced. Unfortunately, Starfield is not in there. It got beaten by Cocoon. Now, Cocoon is a good game, but that seems a little weird. But that said, Spider-Man was nominated, so it's going to go 0 out of 8, because regardless of who's in there, the fact that Baldur's Gate 3 and Alan Wake 2 is in the Game of the Year nominations means one of those two are going to win it anyway, so no one has a chance. But let's listen to what he says.
I wanted to discuss Spider-Man 2, but I'll put it to you this way. If I discuss Spider-Man 2 in depth, it's going to happen way later, as in I replay it or revisit it, because I did talk about it quite extensively, but I didn't enjoy it that much. Like,
what do you mean by that?
Wasn't these people capping that this was the best game for PlayStation? It was, I mean, I guess it was the only game for PlayStation that was first party last year. But like, wasn't they saying like, this is Game of the Year, this is much better than Baldur's Gate and Alan Wake and Starfield and all this and all that? And they were saying like it's the best game ever and it deserved like a 95 Metacritic and all this and all that. And now they're turning around and saying this?
I'll be honest with you. It's not that I didn't enjoy my time with it. Like, I had fun playing it.
And I agree, right? The last third of the game was actually pretty good. The first 2/3 were actually pretty boring, but the last third, where they actually got that hype with Venom and everything else that happened, like it was pretty much back-to-back bosses. That was actually pretty cool, but I guess they designed it that way to give you those rose-tinted glasses, to give you that fake persona that the game is actually better than it actually is. And because of that, people gave it a high score, when in fact it didn't deserve a 9. It probably deserved an 8 at the most. But let's listen to what he's saying.
But man, it was just forgettable.
And that's the point right there. It is forgettable. No one is talking about Spider-Man. No one cares about Spider-Man anymore. That game kind of came and died within 2 days. So, you know, all that capping for no point. And the fact that you've got MBG here actually saying the same thing as well, and I agree with him for the first time, not because he's shitting on Spider-Man, because what he's talking about is actual facts. Like, when I played Spider-Man 2 for the first time, it was actually pretty decent. I enjoyed it, especially the last third. And it gave me a false perception, because that's what Insomniac tried to do. But the rest of the game, it was pretty poor. Okay, so we've got this one over here with Jaywood. Apparently, the Taiwanese insiders report the Nintendo Switch 2 specs have leaked. Now, this is a big bump from what they had before. That isn't the official Switch 2, by the way. It's just a AI mock-up. But you've got NVIDIA's T239 processor. Now, this is supposed to be akin to around a 30 series graphics card. So that's a big bump from what they have right now. It's supposed to have 8 gigs of RAM, which I'm a little disappointed in. I wanted 16. 64 gig is the same as the OLED. Greatly improved battery life. That doesn't really tell us anything. 120 Hz screen refresh rate, which is, I guess, goes with the battery life because it's going to cane the battery. And a price of $400 because Nintendo doesn't normally release stuff at a loss. If it actually looks anything like this, it'll actually be pretty cool. Maybe there's like a keyboard or something underneath. But, you know, time will tell. But we've got this over here inside is NVIDIA new hardware for what is the T239. And if we look at it over here, the T239 is an advanced mobile processor based on an octo-core ARM A7 8C CPU cluster paired with a custom graphics unit based on NVIDIA's RTX 30 series Ampere architecture, combined with the backported elements from the latest Ada Lovelace GPUs and with an all-new file decompression engine for the fast engine. It also supports NVIDIA's console-specific graphics API, all but confirming that it's destined for the next generation Switch. Basically, it's going to have DLSS support, so this is actually could be a real big powerhouse, and you know, could be in theory, it could actually be better than, more powerful than the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. That's that's actually quite interesting, right? That's actually quite interesting. That would actually be a proper next generation handheld console. Really cool stuff. The big one being this one, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. We finally have a name. It's a little disappointing that we got to see this before the actual reveal, but you know, whatever's on the internet is eventually going to go everywhere. But that's it, folks. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, what you think of the new overlay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I am trying to hit 7,000 subs by the end of January, looking to try and get 1,000 subs a month. If you want to support the channel further, you can do that through my Patreon, linked in the description below. You can do that through my YouTube membership by clicking on that join, starting from $1 to become a member. You get some cool emotes, and then the higher the tiers, you get some cool benefits. Or if you've really enjoyed this video, you can click on that super thanks and support me there. But the easiest way and the cheapest way is to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, where we'll probably be uploading a react video. So I hope you're enjoying those, and until the next one, remain legend.